Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. I appreciate you being here. This is FBI Friday, and we're going to get right into it this morning. How about that? Today, we'll be talking about cases that have hit the federal courthouses throughout the United States over the last week or so, 2 weeks. What's up, Kiki's Eyes? I appreciate you being here. What's up, Clockwork Rex? Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. So we'll be going over some cases. We'll just be talking about some cases real quick for about the FBI that have been either sentenced in the federal court or just arrested to be seen in federal court. Local man indicted on 16 charges related to sex crimes against children and child pornography. U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of Ohio. Investigators asked for information from any additional victims. Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio. A federal grand jury has charged Tyler Ulam, 23, of Dayton, with production and other crimes related to child pornography. Law enforcement officials ask anyone in the public with information about other potential victims related to this case to contact the FBI at 513-421-4310. Benjamin C. Glassman, United States Attorney of the Southern District of Ohio. Angela L. Byers, Special Agent in Charge, Federal Bureau of Investigations. Cincinnati Division and Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine announced the charges. The indictment charges Ulam with 7 counts of producing child pornography over the course of the last 1 year, with at least 2 minor victims. It also alleges that Ulam advertised, distributed, received, and possessed child pornography, as well as attempted to travel with the intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct. Finally, Ulam allegedly committed a felony offense involving a minor while being required to register as a sex offender. So here we go again. This guy was already registered as a sex offender and he's reviolated. See how this works? It's a revolving door and it's disgusting. Producing child pornography is a crime punishable by 15 to 30 years in prison. Attempting to travel for the purpose of engaging in illicit sexual conduct is a crime punishable by up to 30 years in prison. Advertising child pornography carries a potential penalty of 15 to 30 years in prison. Distributing and receiving child pornography are each crimes punishable by 5 to 20 years in prison, and possessing child pornography carries a potential maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. Committing a felony offense involving a minor while being required to register as a sex offender adds 10 years in addition to any other sentence imposed. U.S. Attorney Glassman commented the investigation of this case by the FBI and Ohio Attorney General's Bureau of Criminal Investigation, or the BCI, as well as Assistant United States Attorney Sameh Hardin, who is prosecuting the case. Boy, oh boy. What's up? I'm just saying, how are you? Glad you're here. What's up, Kiki's Eyes? Clockwork Rex. Yes, indeed. I'm just saying. Let me do this real quick. This is for anybody who wants to come up and join me on panel because I really hate being up here by myself. How about this one? Let's do this one. And we'll follow it up with the next one. Grand jury indicts Benton County man for child pornography obscenity crimes that involve computer-generated content. U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of Ohio, for immediate release. Columbus, Ohio, a previously convicted sex thief. How this is? 2 cases I've talked about already this morning. Both of them were previously convicted sex offenders. A previously convicted sex offender who resides in Benton County was indicted by a federal grand jury for allegedly committing child pornography and obscenity crimes that involve the use of computer-generated content. Cody L. Pariter, 27, of MacArthur, Ohio, is charged with receiving and possessing child pornography and obscene visual representations of child sexual abuse. He is also charged with transporting obscene matters. According to the indictment, between August 2023 and July 2024, Parter allegedly committed numerous child pornography and obscenity crimes. He also allegedly attempted to hide his various crimes by using a computer operating system that leaves no traces of internet activity on the digital devices it is connected to. Parter allegedly received child pornography depicting children as young as infants and toddlers that include sadistic and misogynistic abuse. It is also alleged that Parter received digital files of computer-generated minors engaged in bestiality and sex acts with adults and subjugated to sadistic and misogynistic abuse. Parter also allegedly possessed online visual depictions of child mutilation and torture. If convicted as charged, Parter could face up to 40 years in prison. What do you think he should get? 40 years? 10 years? 50 years? 30 years? What's up, Wanda? Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? What's up, BP's Corner? All right. Let's make this 3 for 3. How about this? This is a little bit older, but it's okay. Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. Repeat sex offender sentenced to 25 years in prison for coercing minors online. For immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. A repeat sex offender was sentenced in U.S. District Court on the 8th of April to 300 months in prison for coercing 2 minor victims and producing child pornography. Christopher Jowett, 26, of Dayton, met adolescent and teenage girls on an online virtual world and social networking site. According to court documents, in the summer of 2023 and spring of 2024, while on supervised release for similar prior sex offenses, Jewett communicated with minor victims online. The defendant sent the victims explicit videos and asked for explicit content in return. Jewett lied regarding his registered address and possessed cell phones, violating the terms of his probation. Jewett's prior sex offenses included local conversations for unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. The defendant was charged federally in July 2024 and pleaded guilty in October of 2024. Well, we don't have to worry about him doing nothing for at least 20 years, huh? Nice. At least 25 years, right? Right. What's up, Voice for Victims? How are you? Oops. What's up, Clockwork?
Oh, hey.
How are you, bud?
There's an easy way to keep this from happening. death penalty. Huh? So
I agree.
we're in the same. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Not just give these guys, not just sentence these guys with the death penalty, carry out the death penalty and not wait 20 years to do it.
Yeah.
Like immediate death penalty. Like you get caught with all this depiction, these depictions of child pornography of infants and toddlers. Like where you can't argue that. You get caught with it and you can't argue that.
No.
There's no, we could have the wrong person. No, it's you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it. I call them 47-cent cases. You know why? Because that's about how much it costs to make a 9mm bullet. 47 cents. That's how I feel about it.
Like I said, death.
Yep, I do too.
Yeah. And death comes in many forms. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Voice for Victims. That's awesome. And you see a pattern here. All these, they're all repeat
offenders. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's an easy way to stop it. Death.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ute Mountain Ute tribal member sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for sex crimes against children. There's so many of these, like on the FBI website, dude. It makes me sick to my stomach, man.
Oh yeah, if there's this tracker of registered sex offenders,
yep,
and you can use it to find out how many are in your area. Look, I don't live in a highly densely populated area, but my fucking God, they're everywhere around.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And it's literally ridiculous. And you got to keep in mind when you look at those sex offender trackers online like watchdog.com and NSOR, the National Sex Offender Registry, like you got to remember those are only the ones that have been caught and convicted and are gotten out of prison.
Exactly. Yeah. And then there's so many other people out there.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. Every 68 seconds in the United States, somebody becomes a victim of sexual abuse. Every 68 seconds.
Yep.
So we've been live for 15 minutes. That's almost 15 victims.
Yep.
Every 68 seconds, man. It's ridiculous, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, there should be more done about it, but I don't know what we could do short of like forming a gang and just going around and doing it ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Too bad, you know what I mean? We can't do that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a posse in the old West and shit, but that's a good idea. Right. Find a tree, string them up, or just do what you got to do.
So in the last month, in the United States, there have been 535 cases that were sentenced in federal prisons for child sexual abuse cases related to child sexual abuse and child pornography and all that shit. In the last 30 days, 535 cases, people, ladies and gentlemen. Makes me sick. Washington man sentenced to 12 years in prison for distributing child sexual abuse material. Thursday, May 1st, 2025, for immediate release. U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Washington. Spokane, Washington. Acting United States Attorney Richard R. Barker announced that United States District Judge Thomas O. Rice sentenced Donald Eugene Griffin Jr., age 43, to 144 months in prison on charges of distributing sexual abuse material. Judge Rice also imposed a lifetime of supervised release. Well, there's a win. Griffin will also be required to register as a sex offender. According to court documents and information presented in the sentencing hearing in November of 2019, the FBI developed information that Griffin was in possession of images of children being sexually abused. In March of 2020, the FBI executed a warrant at Griffin's home and seized Griffin's electronic devices. Investigators found multiple images of child sexual abuse material on those devices, and Griffin admitted to using online platforms to access and obtain child sexual abuse material. Griffin also admitted to discussing having sex with a child and to distribute and receiving images of children being sexually abused. Agents investigating Griffin's online accounts and uncovered chats between Griffin and individuals who appeared younger than 18 on several occasions. Griffin sent child sexual abuse material or solicited it from those individuals. Griffin also consistently spoke to others about having sex with minors. In early 2024, a civilian contacted investigators and said they had been posing as an 11-year-old girl on Instagram and chatting with Griffin. Griffin sent naked photos of himself to this person he believed was a child and discussed having sex with her. Mr. Griffin's conduct was predatory and depraved. He not only trafficked in images of children being sexually abused, he actively sought out opportunities to engage with minors online in ways that were both explicit and dangerous, said acting United States Attorney Richard R. Barker. I am grateful to the FBI and AUSA Rebecca Perez for their outstanding work on this case and for bringing Mr. Griffin to justice. Not only did Mr. Griffin possess and distribute disturbing images depicting child sexual assault, but he was even engaging in sexually explicit chats with someone he believed to be a minor, said W. Mike Harrington, special agent in charge of the FBI Seattle field office. It is apt this sentence is being handed down on the final day of Child Abuse Prevention Month. How fitting is that?
Very.
Oh, I lost my place. Handed down. Protecting and finding justice for child victims remains a priority of the FBI, both in the state of Washington and nationwide. I got to give it up for Project Safe Place. Like, they are so amazing. You guys should check them out if you guys don't know about them. They're really cool. They're really
Is there a website that you can post?
Yes, it is. What did I just say?
That's the thing that people don't really understand about the FBI and the CIA. The FBI operates in country.
Yep.
The CIA operates outside of the country, supposedly.
Yep.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Well, you know.
According to their mission statement, but supposedly.
I'm not sure if you did tell us about the bill, Voices for Victims.
Oh yeah, put a link to it. Yeah, put a link to it in the chat if you can.
So the website for Project Safe Place is www.justice.gov/PSC, Project Safe Place Center. www.justice.gov/PSC. That's for Project Safe Place.
Cool. Yeah, if you've got a .gov site, that's a government site.
Yeah.
It's not like a .com or a .net or any of that crap. A .gov, you've got to be a government-run site. Yeah. Just go look up the IRS. They're a .gov site.
Yeah, right. If you want to come up and tell us about that bill, you're more than welcome to, VFE. Just saying. Washington man indicted for abusive sexual contact and possession of child sexual abuse material. Monday, April 28th, 2025, for immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Washington. Spokane, Washington, acting United States Attorney Richard R. Barker announced that on April 2nd, 2025, a federal grand jury for the Eastern District of Washington returned an indictment charging Michael R. Trout, 45, with abusive sexual contact of a minor, receipt and possession of child pornography, and commissions of a felony sex offense by an individual required to register as a sex offender. Repeat offenders, repeat offenders, repeat offenders, repeat offenders. repeat offenders. What's
Yep.
up, VFE?
Oh, hello.
Okay. Hey, you guys hear
Wait a
me?
minute. You're kind of cutting in
Why
and
is
out.
who hiding whose face?
You guys can hear me?
Probably me.
Parody, sweetheart.
Probably
Am I
one of my trolls.
cutting out? Okay, hold on.
Yeah. You might need to reset your mic.
One
But yeah,
Bluetooth in and one not. So
that's
okay.
probably one of my trolls because I never go on cam anymore. And you know,
Oh.
fuck off. Fuck off.
Hey, we're not here for that. Anyway, we're not here for that today. You can either stay and you can either stay and
Okay.
learn some shit, or you can get the hell out of here.
We saw.
On me, like the light literally hurts my eyes and shit, man. It really does, dude.
Yeah, I'm light sensitive. I've got like these crystal blue eyes, and if I go out in the sun
Yeah.
without my sunglasses,
I'm screwed.
it's like, ow, yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, me too. And I get cluster migraines, and it's light sensitive shit, man. So that's
Yep.
No, I don't even have my glasses on. It's just there's no light shining directly on my face.
Oh my god.
I'm not hiding nothing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what's up, Oilers?
How ridiculous is that, dude?
Well, I mean, I noticed that you always have a ball cap on when you got the light on, and I
It's-
figured it out after a while. Yeah, it's because the light will blind you. You can't see shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, she left. Damn it.
Come on, dude.
No, it's not my birthday today. My birthday's not until July.
Yeah.
But thank you for thinking about me.
You wish every day would be your birthday.
I do wish every day was my birthday, because you know what? We get special gifts on our birthdays, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get a new pair of boots on my birthday, so we'll see.
There you go. Trout was arrested by federal and state law enforcement officers and made his initial appearance in federal court on April 4th, 2025. In late January 2025, the Investigative Services Branch of the National Park Services received. She just came back. Hope you got to turn your camera and your mic on, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Kiki Eyes. I really do appreciate their early happy birthday wishes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Who was that?
Yeah, my birthday's the
Blue
19th.
Neptune.
I'll be 52.
Oh, here we go. I think she got it now. Yep.
Well, I mean, people don't think about park rangers as federal officers, but they are.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay now? I took
Oh,
Yep.
good go.
Okay, I took my Bluetooth out. I'm at work, so I got to make it quick with
Oh,
the
fair enough.
Uh-oh.
talking.
Signal
Fine.
scram.
Yeah, it is crappy though back here in the back. But we're having storms bad here, so it's gonna cut. The Wi-Fi keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So tell us about this bill you got going on in your following, sweetheart.
Yeah. So for class, I'm in victims legal rights class, and one of our projects was we had to track a bill and follow it from start to beginning. And so the first bill I was tracking kind of died, but then I saw another bill that was exact same, so I picked that up. And so what it is it's for the state, and it's for the Oklahoma Human Trafficking Advocates. It's like a big long name for Justice Act. So pretty much what they wanted to do is first they wanted to admit the penalty from it's currently 15 to life with parole, and they moved it to 25 to life without parole. Then they wanted to implement a program where victims who are under the age of 18 at the time of a crime can come here and go to school for free, and the waiver lasts for 5 years. So if you live in like Idaho or somewhere, and you want to go to school, you can come here and go to school if you've been a victim of any kind of human trafficking. So it's like free.
That's sweet.
I can get behind that for real.
And then they want well, first they put the Narcotics and Drug Bureau Act to start an education program. I don't know why they did that. So when I presented the thing, I was like, I don't think they're very qualified. I think my teacher, who happens to work at the AG's office, and that's where she works, is in the victim services. So I put either her group should do it.
Who? Might have lost her signal. But yeah, that's cool.
To
And I
have-
don't know why they. Yeah, I don't know why they would attach like a drug thing to that. but-
teachers and parents and everybody. So that's the bill. And it passed the House and the Senate, and so I believe now I'm just waiting for the governor to sign it.
Well, you know how politicians are. They're going to fucking fight about it.
Well, they didn't fight about it. That's the funny thing. It passed with 0 nays. Like the House and Senate just passed it. Everybody said yes. And that was the weird thing. It had 0 views.
Huh.
It just passed very quickly. Once it like got like started and read, and it once it hit the Senate floor agenda, it got a yes, and then the senators signed it, and then it went to the House and it got a yes, and the House representatives got signed it, and then my teacher said it goes back to the Senate, and then because usually it has to go back to the Senate because if the House opposes it, they have to fix it because the Senate was the main one of the senator was the main one who did it, but the House said yes. So they signed it, and then she said it goes back to the original House who did it, and then they sent it to the governor. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm waiting on. Just waiting for the governor to sign.
That's a
Yeah.
good deal.
And I thought it was going to get opposed too because of the school part. I mean, that's a lot of money to have pay for people to go to school here, but apparently the
We might have lost her again.
Yeah, we might. But yeah, if it's just sitting on the governor's desk waiting for his John Hancock, hey, there you go.
I'd get a hold of that. I'd be getting on that senator's ass every single day. Say, hey, get that son of a bitch signed, bro.
Yep.
Get that shit signed. Ain't doing no good sitting on your desk.
yeah, it just got signed by the House of Representatives just signed it yesterday, so it's barely like brand new signed.
I'd still be on his ass.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to sign it though, because we get a lot of trafficking people through here. So the more people in jail, the more money he gets. So
Well, keep us updated on it, would you?
I will. Yep, I sure will.
I'd appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and if it's got that much support, yeah. If he don't sign it, good luck
Yeah, he feels
on
like
getting
an ass.
reelected. Yeah. Good luck on getting reelected.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Hey, Mama. I'm at work. Tell Mama,
Yes,
Sherry,
he
Mama.
says hi, man.
Hey, hey, Mama. This is my chat group who I chat with about my school problems. That's P2K. He's the owner of he runs the group, and this is Clockwork, and this is Mama Sherry. She's like the mama of of my job. Mama.
Hey, sweetheart. Thank you for letting her take some of your time. I appreciate it.
We all call her Mama Sherry. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna drop down because it's just echoey and you can't really hear, and the Wi-Fi stuck right now. So.
All right, sweetheart.
Stay
Thank you for letting
safe.
us know that and keep us informed on it, please. I appreciate it.
But yeah, that's pretty damn awesome.
That is awesome.
Bye.
I hope they get it done. Okay, bye, sweetheart.
You too.
Take care. Be safe.
Bye.
So, in late January 2025, the Investigative Services Branch of the National Park Service received a report of an assault that had occurred between July 18th and July 23rd, 2024, in Lake Roosevelt National Recreation Area. Trout has prior Washington state convictions for rape and burglary with sexual motivation. Because of these convictions, Trout was required under the state and federal law to register as a sex offender. If members of the public have any information regarding related crimes that Trout may have committed, they are encouraged to call the NPS Crime Tip Line at 1-888-653-0009. These cases like this that I read on here, like, they really get me going because 99% of them, sorry, my nose is itching like a son of a bitch. Somebody's talking shit. 99% of them are repeat offenders. Well, 95% of them. Gosh damn it.
Well, most of them, yeah. The ones who've gotten caught.
Yes.
Is that what you think? Somebody's talking shit about you when your nose itches?
Yeah, that's what it means.
Well, I've always heard somebody's going to show up at your door if you know.
Oh, no. It doesn't work like that for me. It's always usually somebody talking shit about me.
Okay, fair enough. But that's what Grandma told me. She was like, if you notice, it's just somebody's gonna come see you. So okay. And if your left hand itches, you're gonna get money. If your
Okay.
left palm does, yeah.
Well, that's why my left palm never itches then.
Oh well, fair enough.
Damn,
Mine doesn't either. So.
damn, double damn. Ooh, it's itching right now. I'm gonna itch you anyway.
Fair enough. Hey, look,
You-
take it till you make it. Yeah.
2 men arrested during Operation Independence Day plead guilty. Tuesday. Oh, this is 2019. What the shit? I hate when it does this, man. I tell you what.
Well, what was that? What was that sex trafficking ring that got busted going around with football teams? They would follow the football team.
Yeah, it's
I heard about-
clockwork.
Oh, hey, is that Sugar Glider?
That sure is Sugar Glider. She's always on my side, man.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, I suppose. Sneezing and coughing and hacking because of all the pollen out there, but other than that,
Sorry to interrupt you.
Why the hell did it get switched to Spanish? I can't read Spanish.
Mhm. I used to be able to read all kinds of languages, but I just fell out of practice. Well, I mean, getting out of the army helped. So- But yeah, Arabic is weird. You read Arabic from right to left instead of left to right, like you read English. So
I
that
can't
was
even read English right to left to right, bro.
fair enough.
Let alone foreign language backwards.
Oh yeah, Russian. That's hard to read. Yeah. Ow. How many people's out there?
Just 8.
Okay.
People don't like coming over here during my serious shit, you know what I mean? But it's
I
all
know.
good.
But cheers to them anyway.
Absolutely.
Thanks for showing up and hanging around. And yeah, I know this gets dark. This
I
shit
definitely
gets
appreciate
dark.
it. Arizona man receives 22 years prison sentence for aggravated sexual abuse of child. U.S. Attorney's Office, District of New Mexico, Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's up, Temper? Thank you for being here, my friend. An Arizona man was sentenced to 22 years in prison for the prolonged sexual abuse of a minor over nearly a decade in the Navajo Nation. There is no parole in the federal system. I don't know why they added that in there right there, but they did. According to court documents, between May 16th, 2009 and May 15th, 2012, Cedric Martinez, 31, engaged in unlawful sexual contact with a minor victim who was under the age of 12 at the residence in Upper Fruitland, New Mexico, within the Navajo Nation. Upon his release from prison, Martinez will be subject to 15 years of supervised release and must register as a sex offender. Boo. I don't like it. Like, why? Time limits? Why do they? Okay, you only have to register for 15 years.
Well,
You
look,
monitor for the rest of their life.
the first thing that popped in my head when you said on the Navajo Nation land, I was like, they should bury him up to his neck next to a ant hill in the sand. Yeah, there you go. That's justice for some fucking slimy creep that abused this girl for over 10 years.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm eye for an eye, motherfucker. Yeah.
What's up, Bill G? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hot damn Elaine is here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here, Elaine. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kiki's eyes. Yes, it's important. They can hit the dislike button too. I don't make them pick. I don't make them stick to one because both of them help the algorithm. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, both of them count.
Yes, Temper. In other words, he's basically free. Yes.
He got away
That's
with it.
exactly how I
Yeah.
take it too. Yep.
Pretty
Absolutely.
much. Well, see, you're reading these stories, and I immediately think about the victims. How are they going to grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need like years of counseling and therapy, and I mean,
Yep.
that's why
And their
I'm
lives,
all for that.
their life's never going to be the same.
Right.
That innocence, like I'm a walking example of that. That innocence that
Well,
gets
so am
stolen
I.
from somebody when they're young, it's non-replaceable and it can't ever be mended.
Oh yeah, it's damage that really can't be undone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think
Adulce Dule Smith. I don't know how to pronounce it. Woman charged with aggravated sexual abuse and child abuse. Wednesday, April 30th, 2025, for immediate release. U.S. Attorney's Office, District of New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. A woman has been charged with aggravated sexual abuse and abandonment of a child after an FBI investigation revealed allegations that she repeatedly sexually and physically abused minors over several years. According to court documents, Muniz is charged with aggravated sexual abuse and abandonment of a child and will remain in third-party custody pending trial, which has not been set. If convicted for the current charge, Muniz faces up to life in prison. I'll keep tabs on this lady.
sorry. Hey, look, I'd throw them in. Look, this is the best thing. If you're going to send them to prison, throw them in with Gen Pop and let them know what they're convicted of.
Oh no, they can't do that.
Oh no, that would solve the whole fucking problem, wouldn't it?
Like here in Idaho, they're actually building or have built. They might be done with it by now. A completely separate section of the prison just to house sexual offenders. That's it. Just
Well,
sex offenders.
I know. That's what you're going to coddle them. You're going to
Oh,
fucking
that's
coddle
exactly.
them.
They got their own cafeteria, their own fucking wait, all of it, their own little section of their own little prison where they can sit there and talk about their glory days of raping children.
Oh yeah, give them a better way to exchange stories. Shit.
Way
Huh?
to go, Idaho! You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man.
I know.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It is. It is.
Why the hell does it keep going back there? I gotta go back through all of them again, damn it. Hardened. Oh, here we go. A hardened woman arraigned on charges of sex trafficking a minor. Wednesday, April 30th, 2025, for immediate release. U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Montana. Billings, Montana. A hardened woman accused of sex trafficking a minor appeared on the 30th for arraignment, U.S. Attorney Kurt Alney said. The defendant, Veronica Clarice Baker, 29, pleaded not guilty to an indictment charging her with one count of sex trafficking of a minor. If convicted of the crime charged in the indictment, Baker faces a mandatory minimum term of imprisonment of 10 years and a maximum term of life, a $250,000 fine, and 5 years to lifetime supervised release. The indictment alleges that in or before August 2022, in Billings, the defendant knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means an individual, Jane Doe 1, knowing and in reckless disregard that Jane Doe 1 was under the age of 18 to engage in commercial sex act. Assistant U.S. Attorney Zeno Bucas is prosecuting this case. The FBI conducted the investigation. This is another case that was brought in part by Project Safe Place. Project Safe Childhood. My bad. Yes, I know about that. Pacer. You guys know about Pacer? That's a really good app. Pacer, you can put in different cases and you can track the progress of them. It's an amazing thing.
Oh,
So
dude.
I'll have all these just automatically saved in my Pacer account, and it'll track them for me. It'll log everything for me.
For you.
A failure report. Well, the person still got locked up. I just don't think it's a win because they don't have to register as a sex offender and they get off supervised release. They can get off from being registered as a sex offender, which is bullshit, and they will be getting off of supervised release. Like they should all be held. They should all be held on probation until the day they die.
Yeah,
and have to register as a sex offender until the day they die. After all, they are a sex offender. You can't take that away from them.
Well, I mean, yes, and I get the point, but all you got to do is move to another state and not register yourself.
Not if you make all sex crimes against children a federal crime.
Exactly. That doesn't work. But if it's a state case, all you got to do is move to the next state. Start all over again.
Right.
So,
that's if it's a state. Like if you mandate all sex crimes against children a federal crime, it takes care of all of that.
But it isn't like that yet. So.
Not yet. That's one of the things I'm trying to fight for. Idaho just passed. I know it's a small victory. It's a small victory. Hey, here in Idaho, we just passed the death penalty for certain crimes. But the thing about it is it sounds better than it really is. Yes, you can be sentenced to death for sex crimes against children, certain sex crimes against children, but you have to be convicted 2 prior times and be facing a third charge.
Oh, it's a 3 strikes law. Okay.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
It's a step in the right. It's a step in the right direction.
Well, yeah, okay, I get it. Small steps,
baby steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, little baby steps to start with, and then take bigger strides later as it grows.
Yes.
You can only get done what they let you get done.
Yes. So. Yes. Billings man arraigned on child pornography charges. Come on, load it up there, slow guy. Tuesday, April 29th, 2025, for immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Montana. Billings. A Billings man accused of distributing child pornography appeared on April 29th, 2025, for arraignment, and U.S. Attorney Kurt Almy said. The defendant, Cole David Kuntz, 41, pleaded not guilty to an indictment charging him with 2 counts of distribution of child pornography. If convicted of the charges contained in the indictment, Kuntz faces a mandatory minimum 5 years to 20 years of imprisonment, a $250,000 fine, and 5 years to a lifetime of supervised release. U.S. Magistrate Judge Tim Caven presided. Kuntz was released pending further proceedings.
Jesus Christ. What the actual fuck, man? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's the judge. The judge should be taken out and shot. Yeah. I mean, excuse me, metaphorically in Minecraft.
Thank you.
Yeah. In World of Warcraft or whatever.
Yeah. The indictment alleges that in November 2024, the defendant knowingly distributed a visual depiction using any means or facility of interstate commerce, including by computer and the internet, The production of such visual depiction involved the use of a minor engaging in sexually explicit conduct, and the visual depiction was of such conduct. I can't believe that the judge let him out, dude. I can't believe that shit, dude.
That's yeah.
You know what that means?
What that means.
In Minecraft, you know. Just say
What's up, Ottawa?
Oh, James. But yeah, I mean, to let the dude just go, no bail or nothing.
Oh my fuck. Oh
Yeah.
man. Harden man sentenced to 3 years in prison for using a phone to promote prostitution with a minor. Thursday, April 24th, 2025, for immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Montana. Billings, Montana, a hardened man who promoted prostitution with a minor was sentenced to 36 months in prison to be followed by 3 years of supervised release, U.S. Attorney Kurt Alme said. William Segris Joseph, 75, pleaded guilty in November 2024 to use a facility in interstate commerce in aid of racketeering. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Will you give me a vault, please?
Yeah.
The government alleged in court documents that in March 2023, Jane Doe, a juvenile female, disclosed to law enforcement that commencing in approximately September 2022, she began showing her breasts to the Joseph. The two messaged each other on Facebook, and Joseph was aware of she was a juvenile. Jane Doe said she allowed Joseph to touch her in exchange for alcohol, and he also asked her for naked pictures. Jane Doe was interviewed again in June 2023. She added that Joseph continued to message her and offered her $50 for sexual contact. A review of her cell phone reflected, among other communications, it should be a February 2023 message from Joseph with a picture of male genitalia. Joseph was interviewed in February 2024. He admitted providing alcohol to Jane Doe in exchange for pictures of her breasts. At the time of the offense, prostitution was illegal under the laws of Montana, and sex trafficking was illegal under the laws of the United States.
Sorry.
3 years.
3 years?
3 years. 36 months.
Hey, look, do you know that it's legal in Montana to have sex with your horse as long as you own it? You can't go have sex with somebody
You
else.
can't bang somebody else's horse. It can only be yours, which is ridiculous.
But you can have sex with your horse. That's fucked up. The whole, yeah. It's
Uneffing believable. Yeah. Kiki's eyes, 100%. Well, I believe it's the phone that made it go federal, so that's probably why it's a federal crime. Which, if you ask me, if anybody's transferring child pornography, it's going interstate. You know what I mean? It's going from state to state. So
yeah, it's going international. It's going
it's going worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some kind of, what is it, MI6 or Interpol or something like that? I mean, Jesus.
A Lolo man sentenced to 20 years in prison for distributing child pornography. Tuesday, April 17th, 2025, for immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Montana. Missoula, Montana. A Lolo man who received and distributed child pornography was sentenced today, or on the 17th, to 240 months in prison with to be followed by lifetime supervised release, U.S. Attorney Kurt Alme said. Eric Robert Salazar, 29, pleaded guilty in November 2024 to 1 count of distribution of child pornography and 1 count of receiving child pornography. U.S. District Judge Dana Christensen presided. The government alleged in court documents that on September 13th, 2023, Missoula County Sheriff's Office Internet Crimes Against Children detectives received a cyber tip line report from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the NCMEC. The report originated from Snapchat, who reported to NCMEC that a user, later identified as Salazar, had uploaded 2 images of child sexual abuse material to their servers on August 19th, 2023. Through legal proceedings, detectives determined the Snapchat account in question belonged to Salazar. Detectives received the remaining contents of Salazar's Snapchat account and reviewed his communications with other parties. Salazar's communications were reptile with contact with minor females on dates ranging from September 2015 to October 31st, 2023. Almost 10 fucking years. Salazar consistently requested images and videos of those minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct. Some of the minors sent Salazar images and videos in response to his requests. Additionally, Salazar used Snapchat to send some of these minors images and videos depicting other minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct. For example, beginning on August 4th, 2023, Salazar began to communicate on Snapchat with a minor female, MV1, who was then 15 years old. In their communications, MV1 informed Salazar of her age, which Salazar indicated sexually excited him. Throughout the communications, Salazar solicited nude images of MV1, which she sent. MV1 also reported that Salazar sent her at least one video of a child engaged in sexually explicit conduct. MV1 reported Salazar told her he wanted to have a baby with her and asked MV1 if she would allow him to perform similar acts on the future daughter.
Wait, what?
MV1 reported Salazar told her he wanted to have a baby with her and asked MV1 if she would allow him to perform similar acts on their future daughter.
Fucking hell.
Salazar was arrested in Missoula, Montana for a related offense on October 31st, 2023, and was interviewed by detectives. He admitted the Snapchat account involved in the cyber tip belonged to him and that he received images depicting children engaged in sexually explicit conduct using that account. The U.S. Attorney's Office prosecuted the case, and the investigation was conducted by the FBI and Missoula County Sheriff's Office. So he was how old again? He got how long? 29, I think is what it said. Yes, 29. And he got 20 years in prison, so he'll be 49 when he gets out. Yeah, I don't agree with it. He should be in there for the rest of his fucking life. He wanted to have a baby with this underage girl for the intent to have sex with this daughter.
All right, I'm gonna put a link in the back chat for you. This is a group that goes out and tries to catch these motherfuckers in the act. There it is. Did it post? Jesus, I've got some kind of lag or something today.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, this group like pulls these motherfuckers in, so they don't get to the really young girls, and then bam, you're arrested. Yeah,
my main problem with these predator hunters like this, okay, is the fact that 90% of these people, they might get arrested, but they don't ever get sentence on charges. You know why?
Well, it didn't happen. Yeah,
because there is no victim.
Yeah.
I like it that it exposes these people, that it exposes these predators, but it's really just making them become more sneaky about shit. You know what I mean?
I think they do a good job. You know,
I think they do it. I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking shit on any one of them at all. I think they do a great job myself, but
yeah, there's no hard evidence to go on. So yeah,
no,
it's all
we're good.
circumstantial. Yeah,
we're good. But these FBI Friday ones, I only keep them at about an hour. We're at 57 minutes, so I'm gonna call it quits for today.
Fair enough.
I appreciate all you guys being here. Everybody that watches this later, I appreciate it. Keep pushing the channel out there, guys. Let's get this to 2,000. Let's get this to 2,000. We're getting close. We're getting close. Let's do an updated count. Let's see where we're at right now. How about that? I never thought in a million years it would hit this many subscribers. Oh my Lord, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Oh shit.
55 more subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all.
You'll
Thank
hit
all of
the
you.
2K.
I thank all of you.
Appreciate you, G2K.
Thank you. I'm glad I can do it. Like, it's not easy, but somebody's got to.
No, it's not. It's not an easy subject to talk about. It's really fucking not.
What I don't understand, if you bully somebody, that'll get your channel, but they can put children out here crazy. Yeah. Unbelievable. I get it. I know Kiki's eyes. I get it. You guys are all welcome. I thank you guys. I thank all of you guys for being here. I really do. Thank you, Bill G. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you later. I hope to see you around here more often. I love seeing new people. I love seeing everybody come in here and supporting what we're doing here. It really is a good thing we're trying to do here, man.
Oh yeah, and take care and be safe, everybody. I'm gonna try to call my mom. Take care, G2K.
Later, Clockwork. Be good, brother.
I'll catch up with you.
Sounds good, my friend. All right, Temper, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it, man. It really goes to my heart. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, two things. Number one, try to love one another right now because we might not get a chance to do so tomorrow. In fact, there are people that are here today that won't get that chance to do so tomorrow, so we might as well take advantage of it while we can. And number two, tell your friends about me because they're going to want to know. Get to know. Laters. No, I don't do that one. I don't do the laters thing on my